There's something you're closing out this month. And it's not just the situation you think it is. It's going deeper than that. Because August hasn't just been about letting go of people or situations. It's been about closing a pattern. If you felt more emotional than usual, reflective, pulled between letting go and holding on, tired in a way that doesn't feel physical, you're not imagining it. You've been in a process of completion. This month hasn't been about loss. It's been about finishing something your system has been holding on to for a long time. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cherry. I'm a spiritual life coach, numerologist, and energy alchemist. And this month we've been working with Energy 8, the pranic body, the part of you responsible for your life force, your emotional energy, your energetic patterns, and how your cycles complete within you. So what's been happening this month isn't random. It's your system closing a loop. Because when a cycle completes, it doesn't just remove something external. It shifts how you respond, what you tolerate, what you're available for, who you are in relationships. Before we go any deeper, if this is already resonating, I would love for you to hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. Because this is where you stop thinking everything is happening to you and start understanding what's actually shifting within you. So let's bring this out of the abstract. Because you're not just closing a chapter. You're closing a pattern of how you've been showing up. For a lot of you, this has looked like overgiving to feel secure, staying longer than you should, trying to understand people instead of accepting what they show you, holding on to potential instead of reality, and needing things to make sense before letting go. And here's the truth. This isn't new. This is something your system has been doing for a long time. Different people, different situations, same pattern. From an Energy 8 perspective, this isn't just behavior. It's a pranic pattern your system has been circulating. A familiar way your energy moves, where it goes, how it attaches, what it holds on to. And this month, that pattern is completing, which means what you're actually ending isn't just the situation. It's the version of you who tolerated it, stayed in it, kept trying to make it work. And I'm going to say this clearly. You don't just outgrow the situation, you outgrew the role you were playing in it. And this is why it felt so intense, because you're not just letting go of something external, you're letting go of how you've been operating, what felt familiar, what your system knew how to do, that heaviness, that emotional pull, that back and forth between I'm done and what if? That's not confusion. That's completion happening. From a pranic body perspective, your system is finishing an energy loop that's been open for a long time. And when energy completes, you feel it. So instead of asking, why is this happening again? The better question is, what is this finally ending for me? And this is where it gets even more important. Because once you see what's ending, you also need to understand why part of you still wants to hold on to it. So if this is completing, why does part of you still feel like holding on? Because you're not one clean decision. You're two parts moving at different speeds. There's a part of you that knows this is done. This isn't aligned. I can't keep doing this. And then there's a part of you that says, but what if? Maybe it could still, I don't want to let this go yet. Both are real. And this happens because the part of you that's resisting isn't attached to the outcome. It's attached to the familiarity. From an Energy 8 perspective, your pranic body builds patterns around what it knows. So even if something isn't good for you, if it's familiar, your system recognizes it as safe. And this is where I'm going to call it out gently. You're not holding on because it's right. You're holding on because it's known. That pattern gave you a role, a way of being, a way of relating, a version of yourself you understood. So letting it go doesn't just feel like loss. It feels like, who am I without this? And that's why it feels uncomfortable. Not because you're making the wrong decision, but because your system hasn't stabilized into the new one yet. There's also control. If I keep thinking about it, I'm still in it. Hope. Maybe something will change. And both of those keep the loop open. From a pranic body perspective, as long as you're replaying, hoping, mentally engaging, you're still feeding the energy. And what you feed stays active. So the shift is this. Resistance doesn't mean it's not time. It means part of you hasn't caught up yet. And this is where your power actually is. Not in forcing yourself to let go, but in learning how to move through the resistance without feeding it. So now you can see it. You can feel what's ending. You can recognize the resistance. But here's the truth. It doesn't mean it suddenly feels easy, because this moment isn't about action. It's about holding yourself in the ending without escaping it. From an Energy 8 perspective, this is where your system learns how to complete energy, how to not reattach to old patterns, how to stay present without defaulting. This is where your power stabilizes. So let's bring this into your body. Sit comfortably, drop your shoulders, place one hand on your chest and one on your lower belly. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now bring your attention to what you know is ending. Not the full story, just the feeling of it. That sense of this is done, mixed with this feels uncomfortable. Let both be there, because this is where you usually do something. You reach back, you start overthinking, look for distractions, try to move on too quickly. But this time, you're not doing that. Stay with your breath. Let yourself feel the ending without trying to change it. No fixing, no forcing, no escaping. Just being with it. As you breathe, say internally, it's safe for this to end. I don't need to go back. I don't need to rush forward. Let your system hear that. Stay with your breath. Inhale, hold, and exhale longer than you inhale. And notice, even if it's subtle, the intensity shifts. That's what happens when you don't fight the ending. Most people don't struggle to let go. They struggle to sit in the space after letting go. So they feel it. But this is where the real change happens. What you're doing right now is allowing the cycle to complete, not interrupting it, not reopening it, letting it finish. The version of you who truly moves forward isn't someone who avoids endings. They're someone who allows them, stays present through them, and doesn't go back to what's already finished. And when you start doing that, you don't feel pulled backwards in the same way, because the ending actually lands. So now that you can feel that, not just what's ending, but how your relationship to it has changed. And this is the moment most people miss, because they think the work is figuring it out, understanding it, talking about it. But the real work is in allowing it to be finished, not revisiting it, not reopening it, letting it land as complete. And here's what I want you to understand. Just because something is complete doesn't mean you won't feel it again. You might still have moments where you think about it, you feel emotional, you question it. That doesn't mean it's not done. It means your system is adjusting to the new state. So when that happens, don't go back into the story. Don't try to reanalyze it. Just notice, this is energy moving. And come back to yourself. Breathe and remind yourself, this cycle is complete. I'm not reopening this. That's your anchor. From an Energy 8 perspective, this is where your energy stabilizes. It's no longer tied to the past, looping through the same patterns, waiting for something external. It's back with you. And when your energy comes back to you, everything changes. You feel clearer, more grounded, more stable, more certain in your decisions. Not because everything is explained, but because you no longer need it to be. The version of you at the end of this month is not the same version that started it. You're someone who sees the pattern, doesn't feed the loop, allows endings to complete, and trusts yourself not to go back. And from this place, you don't just move on. You move differently. You choose differently. You don't re-enter the same patterns because you're not the same person anymore. As we close this month out and complete the journey through Energy Body 8, I want to ask you one question. Who are you becoming now that you understand your power differently? Because this month was never about learning concepts. It was about remembering that your energy is precious, your boundaries matter, and your life force is not something you're not meant to spend proving your worth. If these August videos have supported you, I'd love for you to hit subscribe and join this community, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a video. We're not collecting spiritual information here. We're building lives that feel aligned, empowered, and deeply authentic. And next month, we step into Energy 9, where we explore completion, refinement, and the endings that make space for new beginnings. If you're wondering what season of life you're personally in right now, start with my free Numerology quick guide, linked in the description box below. It will help you uncover the core numbers that shape your unique path. And if you're ready for real clarity, let me create your personalized numerology report, where we go far beyond the basics. I'll decode your soul blueprint and show you how the patterns, lessons, and opportunities that are specific to you. Before you leave, I'd love to know, what has been your biggest shift during this August series? Was it boundaries, burnout, power, capacity, or something completely unexpected? Share it in the comments below, because I would genuinely love to witness your transformation. Remember, sustainable power isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more fully yourself. Thank you for walking through this month with me. Keep protecting your life force. Keep trusting your inner wisdom. And I'll see you in the next chapter of this journey. Bye for now.